whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, so every once in a while you have to work on your wife's car. That's today. So it lost oil pressure yesterday for some reason.
So here I am on my way to get some groceries, and my car starts completely freaking out on me. Like, all the lights come on and it basically says, pull over, shut your engine off. So I did, and here I sit. So I called in the cavalry and they're coming to get me.
And I hope that it's just this stupid little pressure switch. We're gonna change it and then we'll find out. But it's way back there on the back of the motor, which is gonna be fun. I mean, I can almost see the part. It's like really close to where I can see it, but I can't get to it. It's not taking itself out very quick. I'm touching it, part of it. I can't get there. Starting to think it's okay.
So let her run it till it blows.
Yeah, fixed it. We're good.
What are you doing?
Trimming the old fenders on the RC truck so we can have some flex in it, because it seemed to have none with the fenders. It's looking.
Now she'll fit 40s under.
Maybe 45s, maybe?
Sweet.
Maybe 50s, who knows?
Going back in. This double wobbly situation right here looks prime. Okay, then the ratchet. Oh yeah. Then you need.
I'll have to trim it a little bit more.
Flexed out.
It's not completely. They'll have to trim the rock slider,
Oh yeah.
but it's a work in progress.
Got it?
So we got to get this little filtration thing goes underneath of it.
Looks fun.
Show you a trick. Let me go find a bolt and I'll come show you. So that goes underneath the sensor. So you take a 5/16 bolt, twist it down in it, pop it out. Going in. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
The only problem is you can't see. It's one of those.
By Braille.
Yep.
Yeah, like a lighter.
Just like that. Had a little plunder on it. But we'll put the new one in it and it'll be good. That's in the hole. That goes in. This here thing locks her down in. I think I must love Michelle because I don't work on people's cars. Especially new cars. I like boycott new stuff.
Old school, huh?
Uh-huh. That's how I roll. Now, if we can tighten this up without breaking this sensor, it's a win. Plug some fuel back in. Alright, guess we see if it's got oil pressure. Says we got oil pressure.
Crisis averted.
Yep, we're good to go.
Thank you.
The old tow truck needs some love, and we're getting ready to give it some. So, I'll give you a little rundown of what we're gonna do to this old girl. So, we'll start off. She's got the old 383 in here, and it's tired. It's seen lots of work and abuse, and she's smoking. It's got tons of blow-by. It was built with used parts, I'm not gonna lie to you. But we're gonna do some stuff to it. So it's gonna get a big block in it. And we're gonna take the standard that's in it. Right here, it's got a standard. That's coming out. And we're going back to its roots. As you can see, we cut the pedal off. It wasn't automatic at one time. She's going back automatic again. The fuel tank seems to be leaking pretty severely. You can't sweat the small stuff though, it still runs. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna cut the back of it off a little. Sticks out too far for my liking. It was good for my dad hauling logs, but it's not good for me. You're gonna see this thing turn into a pretty serious off-road wrecker again. like it was once before. Right now, me and Randall are gonna run down to the old scrap yard, or my boneyard, and we're gonna snag up a truck that's got the Turbo 400 and a 203 transfer case in it, so we can start putting parts together. Here we go. Alright, we'll see if we can get this thing out of here. This truck's got all the good parts. I bought this just for the transmission. We'll hook onto it and pull it out of here. The motor's bad in this. We'll hook on and tow her out of here, and we'll take it home and get the tranny out of it. I'll show you my new sling for razors. No more scratching razors. Wrap that around an A-arm, problem solved. Oh, girl, heavy. I think that old winch is about done. Probably gonna rob some parts out of this and put into that one. Tilt wheel, it's old school, speedometer to 100. Sweet Kenwood. Landon will be still in the speakers from behind the seat, you wait and see. Yep, I think we need a new winch. That one's about dead. Well, it's off the ground, we'll make her. Myself, new camera lady.
New? I'm always sure.
You're hardly ever my camera lady.
I mean, not in the shop very much anymore.
All right, so
but
we're gonna shove this thing in the shop today, and we're gonna pull the transmission transfer case out for the tow truck. I'm gonna steal the steering box and power steering stuff for the 42 hot rod, because you gotta have power steering to do proper donuts. So that's what we're doing. I'll shove it in the shop.
What's up, Scout? What doing? What you doing? Doesn't steer. Doing a stellar job.
Perfect. So Michelle hooked me up for Valentine's Day with some Werther's original caramels. So this thing, we basically got to pull drive lines, pull some bell housing bolts, torque converter bolts, drop this whole transfer case out, transmission transfer case. This back part we'll show you. We're gonna get rid of it, and we're gonna put a 205 onto it. We'll get after it, get everything jerked apart.
Well, we were gonna pull this truck apart, but
sometimes you just gotta relax, drive a rock crawler around with your kid.
our inner kid came out and we're gonna play.
Oh, I just ran you clear over, right?
Oh,
I need one pretty bad.
This battery's dead. Well, looks like we're going back to work because my battery's dead.
dang
Go
it.
get him a new one.
All right, I gotta show you guys this. So I bought this truck from my buddy, and he told me that the motor had a rod knock in it. I just assumed it had a rod knock. So we're just pulling the tranny out of it. So I pulled the dust cover off, and see that. That is a dead giveaway, and I know what the rod knock is. Let me show you something. That's the rod knock that they were hearing right there. The flywheel bolts are loose. This truck's got a good motor in it. We're gonna fire it up real quick and make sure that it is good still. So we're gonna let it down and fire it, see what it sounds like. Little valve train noise, but
I think you may need to take the little thing off.
What?
There, clean it.
they were made dirty like that, Lynn. Don't sweat it. Well, he told me it ran. He said it just had a rod knock. I wouldn't count it out yet, but you don't sound like a rod knock. Sorry, George, I got a good deal and you didn't. I found out the rod knock and it's not the motor. We got a good 400. Thanks, George. These two boys are getting after it here. They're getting all the drive lines out. Just get a hammer and tap on it. So we've got straps welded across the bottom of the bolts that take the transfer case off the mount. I don't know what that's all about, but figure that out. I'm gonna go ahead and pull some bell housing bolts, and then I think we're about ready to drop this thing on the ground. We're gonna have to give it a good washing. It's a dirty mess. Oh my Man, goodness. Get a hammer and hit that with a hammer. Sometimes you just gotta help them a little. Go ahead and say it.
What?
That I was right.
You were right.
That never happens very often, folks. That he admits that I was right. Hey, I can barely see it, and it's buried deep in the grease. It's deep. Can you lift that right there up?
This here?
Yes, that. I have a visual on the bolt. Okay, Randall, we gotta keep this from falling off of here. Come in the back side of this. You're gonna keep it from falling off this trans jack. All right, it's good, that's fine. Let's start letting this down so I don't have to hold this forever. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's falling off, Randall. You're gonna have to jack it back up something. This has gotta slide. Oh, it's gotta come under it farther. There you go, now go down. This end's heavy. Okay, dokes. Everyone's wondering probably what we're doing with it. This is going in my old man's tow truck. This is a Turbo 400. The reason I bought this truck, now I got a 400 motor as well, thanks George. And we're gonna use this Turbo 400, this section, the gearbox section of the 203. Then we're gonna take an off-road design adapter and put a 205 right on the back of that. So it should give me like a 6-to-1 final ratio in low-low, which will make the tow truck way more user-friendly in those crazy situations that we're gonna put it in. Because we're gonna put it in a whole bunch. The tow truck is coming along. We're waiting on parts. When it gets here, we'll start putting transmission transfer case in it, front end, all the good stuff to make the tow truck do what I want it to do. So, thanks for watching.